welcome back to another episode of Learn Japanese from Some Guy. In today's video, we're going to look at chapter 6 of my textbook, where we will practice using no to show possession. So by the end of this video, we'll know how to say things like, my shirt is red, or his car is cool, or their house is big. Something that we will definitely need for everyday conversation. So, without further ado, 始まりましょうか。よろしくお願いします。Okay, here we are, everyone. Chapter 6, showing possession with no. So now we're going to take a big step in our language learning journey because today we are going to learn how to show possession. But don't worry, it's not really as hard as you might think. In fact, if you watch the video in Chapter 5, you've already been exposed to a little bit of this grammar, so it should not be completely new to you. But anyway, as you know, in English, we use an apostrophe S or possessive pronouns like his, her, my to show possession or ownership of something. So we might say something like, Mike's car is red. So notice the apostrophe S, or his car is red, the possessive pronoun. But in Japanese, we can simply use no to serve both of these functions. Okay, so this construction is very simple. We are just going to place no after a noun or pronoun to express possession or ownership. So here we have some example sentences. We'll see no preceded by a noun or pronoun underlined in blue, and then followed by a noun underlined in red. Here we have number 1. 日本の寿司は一番美味しいです。日本の寿司は一番美味しいです。Okay, so Japan sushi is the best. 一番美味しい, the most delicious. And you'll see right here, we have a little star, and this is actually a pro tip that are one of the pro tips that are littered throughout the book. So here we have the first one. It says, ichiban is a very useful expression that translates to the best or the most. And the kanji for this character makes it easy to see why. So this character right here means one, and this character means number. So we have one number, and if we switch it around, we get number 1. Okay, so a common use is to place ichiban just before an adjective to get the superlative form of that adjective. So here we have ichiban nagai. So nagai means long. So if we say ichiban nagai, we get the longest. Or we have ichiban yasui. Ichiban yasui, the cheapest. So just add ichiban and in front of any adjective, and we get the most or the adjectivist, if that makes any sense. But it's a really easy structure. So now you know how to say something like the biggest or the most expensive. And so just remember, ichiban, adjective. Okay, going back to our sentences. Number 2. 昨日の天気は良かった。昨日の天気は良かった。Yesterday's weather was great. Yesterday's weather was really good. So we have kino, which means yesterday, and tenki is weather. Kino no tenki, yesterday's weather was great. And here we have another pro tip, the second one. So let's check it out. It says, unless a sentence has ended with arimasu or arimasen, this is the first one we've seen that does not include des. This may seem a little confusing, but sentences in Japanese can be 100% grammatically correct without it, which is why, before I mentioned that it's not a good idea to think of des as meaning to be. The only difference between a sentence that uses des and the one that does not is that the level of politeness changes. So sentences that use des are more polite. So in casual situations, you don't have to use des. But, if you're speaking, to your boss or someone in a formal situation, you should use des. But you can, leave off des and the sentence is perfectly fine. So if you wanted to say, 昨日の天気は良かったです, that's perfectly fine. And number 3. 日本語の発音は難しい。日本語の発音は難しい。Japanese pronunciation is hard. Okay, so here we have the word for Japanese, the language, 日本語. And pronunciation is 発音. So Japanese pronunciation is hard. 難しい. Number 4. あなたの赤ちゃんはかわいい。あなたの赤ちゃんはかわいい。Your baby is cute, or your baby is adorable. かわいい. So here we have the word あなた, which means you, and あなたの, your, to show possession. So あなたの赤ちゃん, your baby. All right, and moving on to the second half of our lesson. So we just learned how to use no in conjunction with a noun. So now we'll see how to use it with pronouns, his, her, I, you, their, to express possession or ownership. If you've read all the sentences and seen all the videos up to now, then you've already encountered, quite a few Japanese pronouns. So hopefully not all of them are new to you, but here's a quick chart just for reference that we'll go over. So we have watashi, which means I or me, and then watashi no means my. Anata means you, anata no means your. Watashi tachi means we, watashi tachi no, our. Kare means he, kare no means his. Karera means they, karera no means their. Kanojo means she, kanojo no means her. Kanojora is they, but when you're only referring to females. So if you have a group of women, 3 or 4 girls or whatever, you can use kanojora. And kanojora no means there, and again for females. And here we have the third pro tip, so let's check it out. It says that we can see that both karera and kanojora mean they, but the only difference is that we use kanojora when we are referring to a group that consists only of females. So if you have a mixed-sexed group or a group that just has guys in it, we can use karera. Just like how, in English we can say, hey guys, and we can be talking to a group of guys and girls or just a group of guys. But usually I don't think people say, hey guys, when they're talking to a group of girls. At least, I never do. But anyway, moving on. So here we have, basically, we just learned that if you want to change a pronoun into a possessive pronoun, we just add no. So very, very simple. So here we have some example sentences, so we can see how it works. Number 1, これは私の車です。これは私の車です。This is my car. So we have 私の車. Here we have the pronoun no and the thing that's mine. 私の車, my car. Number 2, 私はあなたの靴が好きです。私はあなたの靴が好きです。I like your shoes. So あなた means you, あなたの your 靴。あなたの靴 your shoes. Number 3, 私たちの家は大きいです。私たちの家は大きいです。Our house is big. Number 4, 彼の犬は可愛いです。彼の犬は可愛いです。His dog is cute, or his dog is adorable. And here we have another pro tip, so let's check it out. Okay, so 可愛い is definitely one of the words you want to be sure to add to your vocabulary because, the idea of cuteness or 可愛い plays a huge role in Japanese culture, and you're likely to encounter the word hundreds, if not thousands of times throughout your Japanese studying career, especially, if you go to Japan or if you like to read manga or watch anime. But, you won't have to put a lot of effort into learning it because, everybody uses it all the time, so it's really easy to remember. But, just for fun, if you're not really familiar with kawaii, you can do a Google image search and you can kind of see what it's like. All right, anyway, number 5. これは彼女の財布です。これは彼女の財布です。This is her wallet. 彼女の means her, 財布 wallet, 彼女の財布 her wallet. And also, please note how we have, kore and sore, this and that. Number 6, それは彼らの本です。それは彼らの本です。That is their book. 彼ら means they, 彼らの their, 彼らの本 their book. Alright, so now that we've gone through, how to use no with nouns and pronouns, we're going to do some practice problems now. So we're going to fill in the blanks of the Japanese sentences with the proper pronoun and or no to complete the sentences. So we're going to use the English sentence as a guide, and if you're not sure, what my, or if you're not sure on some of the pronouns, you can go back and check the chart. But as always, I encourage you to write your answers in Japanese. If writing in kanji is a little difficult, watashi or kare, for example, using hiragana is fine. But, you should definitely, put some effort into learning those sometime. But anyway, so here we have number 1, that is my wallet. So, それは何々財布です. So fill in the blanks. So pause the video. Okay, and below we have number 4. Pause the video, answer this one. And then we have 5, 6, and 7. Pause the video and answer those. All right, so now we're going to check our answers. All right, number 1. That is my wallet. それは私の財布です。それは私の財布です。That is my wallet. Number 2. Is this your dog? これはあなたの犬ですか？これはあなたの犬ですか？ Is this your dog? Number 3. Japanese pronunciation is hard. 日本語の発音は難しいです。日本語の発音は難しいです。Japanese pronunciation is hard. Number 4. Our house is right here. 私たちの家はここにあります。私たちの家はここにあります。Our house. 私たちの家。Number 5. Her hair is the longest. 彼女の髪の毛は一番長いです。彼女の髪の毛は一番長いです。彼女の髪の毛。Her hair. And please notice here we have 一番長い. The longest. Number 6. Korean food is spicy. 韓国の料理は辛いです。韓国の料理は辛いです。韓国 is the word for Korea in Japanese. So 韓国の Korean food, 料理。韓国の料理。The food of Korea is spicy. And number 7, his name is Sam. 彼の名前はサムです。彼の名前はサムです。彼の名前。His name is Sam. All right, and let's see. That's going to do it for today. Before we finish up, let's go over quickly what we learned. So in this chapter, we learned that when a noun is followed by no, it acts like an apostrophe S and shows possession. And when a pronoun is followed by no, that pronoun becomes a possessive pronoun. No, kare, kare no. Kanojo, kanojo no. He, his, she, her. And we also learned that ichiban can be used to describe something as being the most or the best. And the idea of kawaii is a very important aspect of Japanese culture. So, embrace. The idea of kawaii is a very important aspect of Japanese culture. So even if you're not really into the whole idea, if you ever make it over to Japan, then you'll be inundated with, a lot of cute things. So, be prepared. But anyway, let's see. Next time we're going to look at chapter 7, and we're going to practice describing direction and movement with ni and e. All right, so it looks like what we're learning is starting to get a little more complicated, a little more difficult, but not too bad, and it'll definitely help you, improve your Japanese. So be sure to check that video out, and we'll see you next time. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's chapter. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe if you wish to get updated on when future videos are released. Also, if you wish to support this series, or you're just so motivated you can't wait for that next video to come out, my book is available for purchase on Amazon, the link for which will be in the description box below. As always, your comments and reviews are greatly appreciated, so be sure to let me know what you think. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Mata ne!